Hello, it's June 27th, 2020, and today we're going to start off a little bit differently. We're going to start off with a deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. And we're doing that because in the midst of everything going on around us and within us, many people are feeling a kind of fatigue and a kind of anxiety around all the uncertainty with all the different things that are happening all at once. And that will continue to manifest in larger and larger impacts that we see in our individual lives and throughout the world. And what that means is we have to keep our eye on the prize. And remember, the prize is the vision that we started with. A vision of a world that allows all of us to be and become our best selves. A world that recognizes the importance of relating and connecting with this earth in a way that preserves her and cherishes her. And in that breath in and out, we are acknowledging that there are waves. There are waves that rise and fall. And we get caught sometimes when the waves fall and crash, we get caught believing that we are going to be stuck there. But when you watch the waves of the ocean rise and fall, eventually they reach shore. So every time those waves rise and then fall, in that fall, utilize it as a pause to regather, to regroup, re-examine, and recognize that it's going to rise again. And a new peak is going to be found, and there will be new events and new experiences happening in us and around us. And when you feel discouraged, when you feel overwhelmed, keep your eye on that prize. And that prize is a vision of a world that allows each and every one of us to be and become our greatest, best self. And again, remember to follow nature. Nature tells us that it's darkest before the dawn. What that means is every time it feels dark to us, instead of fearing that that means the end, realize that what that means is that we are getting closer and closer to the dawn of light, potentially the dawn of a new age. So when you feel discouraged, when you feel down, recognize that the darkness that seems to be creeping in is simply a step closer to that larger vision of light and enlightenment for all of us, because truth is rising and we are beginning to see it and seize it right in front of us. And hold on when you feel the heaviness that seems to seep between us and over us. Keep in mind that if you've ever had the experience of beginning to face truth inside of yourself, when you start to see it, it can feel agitating, it can feel scary, it could feel like I want to get away from that thing. But when you choose to look at it, something happens. It begins to dissipate. You begin to move through it. You begin to rise and feel free. So right now around us, there's a heaviness that many are feeling. And when you feel that heaviness, realize that we have two choices. We could either choose to go back into denial, and denial will give us a little bit of relief, but it'll leave us feeling edgy and incomplete and fragmented inside of ourselves. It's still an option though. Or we could choose to face what's happening head on and realize that just like when we look at truth inside of ourselves, when we look at it in our larger society and we move through it head on, eventually it begins to become lighter and lighter and lighter, and we feel the freedom that comes from moving through truth, and that heaviness dissipates. Hold on to that, and please always remember, believe in the possibility of the impossible becoming possible. Thank you. Sincerely, fellow world citizen.